Hi guys, I'm your friend UFOGUY here, and Jaspreet from Minority Mindset just released a video. I'm broke, what should I do? So let's watch it together and see what do we have to do. I mean, at least I have to do it right. Cheers with coffee for Minority Mindset. Now let's listen.
The majority of Americans are broke, but unlike what the majority of people think, if you
Not
are
just
broke, you should not be trying
Not
to
just
earn
the
more money
Americans.
yet. And in this video, I'm going to be going over what you need to do right now. That way you never have to worry about being broke again.
Before we start, what you should not do is
thinks that being broke starts with your bank account, but it really starts up here. But Jaspreet, I don't have any money to pay my rent. How is it up here? It's
always up here. I keep my money here.
Here. Well, let's look at the numbers. The majority of people assume that if I just made more money, is that my money problems would magically go away. So if I could make 6 figures a year, $100,000 a year, that I'll be good and I won't have to worry about being broke again.
If you have read the book Poor Dad, Rich Dad, you know that what he's talking about. And yes, money won't solve your problems if you don't know how to use them.
But if you look at the numbers, what you'll see is that 6 out of 10 millennials who are making over $100,000 a year are broke and living paycheck to paycheck. But maybe $100,000 a year isn't enough to not be broke. Well,
a lot of these millennials are broke just because they have student debts.
If you look at the Americans making $250,000, $250,000 a year, 1 out of 3 of them are broke and living paycheck to paycheck. More money without the right financial education just leads to bigger financial problems. And if it's
okay, I need to stop again. I know some people that have big salaries, very big salaries, even for the Bulgarian standards, but they always say I don't have money because they are buying Starbucks coffees every day, because they like to eat every night at the restaurant, and at the end of the month, no money.
Still don't believe me? Ask Michael Vick, or ask Mike Tyson, or ask Nicolas Cage. If you don't know how to manage your money when you have $1,000, you're not going to know how to magically manage your money when you have $1 million.
Absolutely.
But I will tell you that it's a lot easier to manage your money when you have more money, but you have to start by understanding how to manage your money when you have less money.
That's why I say that you should teach, everyone should teach their kids on how to manage their money, give them a very, very small amount of money, and let them learn the lesson the hard way.
Seen happen over my years of talking about financial education is that for the majority of people, when you increase your income to here, then all of a sudden what happens is you think that, oh, now I have this margin between my income and my expenses, so I'm going to be financially okay. But what ends up happening,
I'm gonna stop there because he's gonna talk about the lifestyle inflation. When you have more money, you tend to start buying more expensive stuff, and so you scale up the lifestyle with the income and you're always poor.
actually is you increase your income to here, and then your expenses, boop, magically go up
Told
to
you.
meet your income. Because when the majority of people make more money, when you get a raise, well, you get a bigger home, or you get a nicer car, or you go on a bigger vacation.
Which is not a bad thing after all. Money are to be spent.
They spend more money. So if you want to actually not be broke, you have to start by understanding the spending. This doesn't mean you don't ever have to earn more money. There's a lot of value.
He's saying the same stuff I said. I think I should make a financial channel now.
Now you can earn a whole lot more money, and you can actually enjoy the wealth because you know how to spend the money. Plus, it pays to learn these lessons sooner rather than later, because when you make less money, you're going to have smaller financial holes. It's easier to dig yourself out of a $10,000 financial hole than it is to dig yourself out of a $250,000.
That's why earlier I said that you should teach your kids earlier, because when they grow up, the money is gonna be bigger and the hole that you have to dig up is gonna be, sounds like a grave, it's gonna be bigger.
$1,000 financial hole, so it
Dig
pays to learn
out.
these lessons sooner rather than later. To really understand the value of not being broke anymore, I want you to start by imagining a life where you have an extra $10,000 a month hitting your bank account every single month right now.
I can just imagine it, and that's it.
Would you go live somewhere else?
It never hits my bank account.
Bigger home? Would you go on a vacation, or what would you do with that money? See, if you're thinking
Invest it.
This is what we got to change first, because in our society, it's completely normal to think in terms of spending. If I made 10 grand, I would go to Cancun.
I just said investing, not spending.
If I had another $500,000, I'm going to go buy myself a mansion.
I'm still gonna be buying my cheap coffee.
What happens is when you earn more money, you spend more money. So you have to change the way you think first, that way you can change what you do with your money. Because now what you want to be thinking is, if I can make an extra 10 grand a month, that's an extra 10 grand that I could invest into assets that are going to produce
exactly
more cash flow.
And I would definitely go with ETFs.
And now I can live off of the cash flow, and this extra 10 grand a month is just buying me more assets. Because what wealthy people are doing is when they make money, they're not buying things. When wealthy people make money, they're buying investments. These investments,
I feel wealthy, although I'm not rich.
But these investments give you cash
Thanks,
flow.
Jasprit.
And now this cash flow is money that you can spend, and it's money that will keep coming month after month after month. So you can blow this cash flow and not have to worry, because you got another month of cash flow coming in next month. By the way, if you're interested in investing your money...
Okay, I can definitely say that I cannot criticize this person at all. He knows it all, he has read a lot of books, he has financial literacy, and apparently he is also rich, so he managed to apply everything he's talking about, so nothing to add in here. Okay, now let's hear what he has to say.
To have more money is to spend less money, period. Because all you have to do is cut down some of your expenses. Now, this is not easy, because now you might have to sell your car. You might have to downsize your home. You might have to sell some of your stuff. You might have to get rid of the massage membership.
I agree that you have to cut on the spending, but for instance, if you love coffee very much, you can cut off the Starbucks super expensive coffee and buy from the local coffee shop that it's 18 times cheaper.
You might have to start doing things that are giving you a certain luxury or a certain lifestyle, but it is the most accessible way to have more money in your pocket. Because in reality, to building wealth is not that complicated. You have to spend less, you have to earn more, and then you invest like crazy. That is the formula to wealth. But now the question is how...
And most people don't do the invest part. They don't even think that they should be earning more. They just go with, I should be saving more. And this is not enough. It's enough if you're a kid, but if you're a grown-up and your family relies on you, you should also be earning more, striving to earn more, and investing.
How do you actually do it? And the most accessible, not the funnest thing, not necessarily the best thing to do forever, but the most accessible in the early stages thing to do is to spend less money. When you know how to do that, when you can cut down your expenses, when now no matter how much money you make, you're going to have a buffer to have cash.
Cook at home. This is the best way to save some money.
Have cash to invest, to have money to save. Now you have a system in place where, oh, you make more money, now you have more money to invest. And you're not just going to go out and blow all of your money, because what happens for most people, like I've been saying, is you make more money and you spend all of your money. But the quickest way to increase your wealth is when you get a pay raise, don't inflate your lifestyle. Inflate your lifestyle slower than you inflate your investments.
If you're living a paycheck by paycheck and you get a rise in the salary, 100% of this rise should go for investing. Trust me.
If you can inflate your investments faster than you inflate your lifestyle, you are going to be on a trajectory to continue growing your wealth way faster than your expenses. That is the secret to becoming wealthy. And now, if you can keep growing your investments,
it's not really a secret.
Getting paid even if you're not going to work. And if you can get paid without going to work, now you're hitting a level of financial freedom that most people only dream of. And
that's absolutely impossible. But we're gonna get into that some other time.
Oh my God, Jasprit, how in the world am I ever gonna do that? I only have $100 to invest. Well, $100 is better than $0.
Agree.
You're not gonna get the hugest return.
Something is better than nothing, of course.
And you gotta get
always
started. Once you can do $100, that means you can do $200. If you can do $200, that means you can do $400. And now it's all about stacking the cash.
I can definitely say that I started with investing just a couple of dollars a month. And I can definitely see the growth even though we're in a bear market right now.
That you can spend. Because if you can start stacking your investments and each one of these investments are paying you, Well, now you got a lot of cash flow coming in, and if you can live off of the cash flow, now you're
Not a
financially
lot,
free.
but yeah, there is definitely a cash flow.
Because you know how to control your expenses. Now I get it. It's not fun to control your expenses. But
I find it fun, but I like
once
statistics
you know
as
how
well.
to control your expenses, now it's all the game. You know how to live below your means, you know how to invest your money, and there's tons of videos on my channel where I talk about how to invest. You can invest your money into stocks, you can invest your money into real estate, you can
Okay,
invest
we
your money
know
into your
that.
own business, you can invest your money into startups. There's an
Don't forget, invest your money into reselling stuff from eBay and Amazon.
unlimited number of
Or
ways to
AliExpress.
invest your money, and this is going to depend on how involved you want to be, how much research you want to take, and how much risk you want to take. I have tons of videos where I actually walk through how to do that. But now it's all about fueling the fire, because now you want to achieve that wealth sooner rather than later, because you don't want to wait 40 years.
Sure, no one wants to get
Now,
out.
it's all about how do you amplify how much money do you invest. We'll go back to the formula: spend less, earn more to invest like crazy. Well, we already talked about how to spend less.
Spend less, drink cheap coffee.
The second thing that you have
Earn
to do
more.
is now earn more. If you want to become
Have
wealthier quicker,
more.
you want to have the financial freedom sooner, now you gotta
Let
earn
me
more.
think
The
about
problem
it.
is if you start earning more,
More
because you
incomes.
spend less, now you're
Don't
gonna
work
earn
more.
and you're gonna buy more liabilities, and these liabilities come with bigger payments. These liabilities come with bigger consequences if you can no longer make these payments. That's why you have to start by knowing how to spend less.
That's why
Once
I
you
don't
spend
have a
less,
car.
now it's
I
so
don't go
much
to
more
the cinema.
powerful
I don't
to know
go
how
to
earn
restaurants.
more.
And
And this doesn't just come by making more
once
money.
again,
That's why you've seen so many millionaire celebrities, so many millionaire athletes who have ended up broke or bankrupt because they made a lot of money but had no idea how to use it. Because when you solely rely
speaking of that, Elon Musk just became the richest man to lose the most money ever.
on your one stream of income to survive, to live your life, well, now if that stream of income goes away, you still have your expenses, but you have no income to pay for these expenses. This is why you have to start with the spending. You have to know how to control your spending, and then you want to earn more money. But then you have to make sure that you're increasing your investments faster than you're increasing your expenses.
Okay, he's
If you
starting
can
to
do that,
repeat
you're setting
himself.
yourself up not just for your own wealth, but for your kids' wealth and your kids' kids' wealth, because now you have the tools to build that generational wealth. Let me just make one thing clear, because I'm not advocating for you to live small for the rest of your life. I'm not advocating for you to be a
Spend your
penny pincher for the
money,
rest of your
but
life,
spend them
because
wisely.
The reality is, at the end of the day, a penny saved is just a penny. I don't want you to be a penny pincher. I want you to think bigger. I want you to be a growth-minded person, somebody who understands that I can grow the pie instead of just trying to squeeze every single penny that I can out of my own pie. But in order for you to act...
Okay, I think I extracted the most out of this video. We learned spend less, earn more, invest. These are the 3 important steps. He's repeating himself. I agree once again with everything he's saying. And I also agree that if you like this video, you should subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.